And I'll say, hey, you'll say, baby, how's your
Special
day?
guest
I'll
in the
say,
studio today, it's Andrew Allen. Thanks for taking the time out to talk to us here at 107.7 The River and all the fine people of Lethbridge in southern Alberta.
It is my pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
You know, you're an old friend actually of southern Alberta. We were just talking that you've
true.
actually played here, I don't know if a couple of times, but I know once at Slice. But,
Yeah, I played once at the Slice and I played once at, I wish I could remember the name, it's a little coffee shop.
Oh, sure.
It was fantastic. I enjoyed it very much. It was, I always love coming to Lethbridge.
Well, like I was telling you off air, there was when we started playing "Loving You Tonight" on the radio, there was people that commented saying, "Hey, I saw that guy at Slice. He's great."
That's awesome.
How does it feel though to be sometimes? Because there was a young lady. She might have been maybe about 17 or 18, and she said, "Oh, that Andrew Allen, he's so cute. How do you feel about that?" You know?
I think that's very nice of him to say that. I never know how to respond to it, but I'll just smile and nod and say thanks.
Exactly, that's good. Well, "Loving You Tonight" obviously was a massive Canadian hit for you, and how did you feel about that? Like, was it something that you expected, or was it just something out of the blue for you?
I mean, I think that as soon as you release a song that you feel strong about, you hope that it's going to do something good for you. And with "Loving You Tonight," I always felt very confident in the song. I felt it was a strong song, and it was one that people could identify with. That whole, being at work all day and coming home to that special someone at the end of the night. And apparently they did, putting it up into the top 10 for quite a few weeks.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously it's through your own life experiences that you wrote this song, because you're probably
Absolutely.
slaving away over a hot record deal, and you can't get home and rest sometimes, right?
I think the song came from even more of an honest place than the music side of the industry, and it was instead like, just thinking about those day-to-day jobs that I was working prior to getting on the road. Where you'd be gone, you'd kind of pass that special someone in the middle of the night, and that was about the only time you'd see them.
Yeah.
So, but no, I was very excited to see how well it did, and then it went to the States, and it did well there too, and it just keeps going.
We follow you on Twitter. I know I do. And so we actually, we live vicariously through you when you went down to the United States for "Loving You Tonight." And you toured quite a bit. In fact, you even opened up for some, some pretty big acts down there, like The Script, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. We did a few shows with The Script, and that was one of my favorite bunch of shows. I mean, those guys are amazing. The first thing they said to us when we met them, and I wasn't sure, because we'd opened for the Bare Naked Ladies, for Train, for Bruno Mars, and some of them talk to you, some of them don't. But The Script came down to our green room on the very first day when we were playing at the Warfield in San Francisco, and they said, "Hey guys, we're so excited to have you on the tour. We just want you to know that we have an open door policy with our green room. You can take whatever you want, just don't take our girlfriends." All right, fair enough.
Well, I need a sandwich, so I need to go in and have a sandwich, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They were so pleasant and enjoyable to tour with, and I wish that we could do it again soon.
That must be really, satisfying experience when you go out touring and people react to your music after a while, right?
It's really positive. You're not sure. A lot of the time, artists, I think, we write songs in our basement or in a spare bedroom or something, and you kind of think, wow, this means something to me. And you don't know what it's going to translate to for other people. And then when all of a sudden they get it and they come to you and they say, wow, that meant something to me, or that lyric meant something to me, it kind of just takes you off your track, and you're like, what? That's amazing. I'm so glad that it worked.
Yeah, and you must learn something, like with these major tours with other acts. You obviously glean things from them that you may have thought, hey, well, that's kind of cool. I'm going to give that a try.
Yeah, it's so funny that you say that, actually. You kind of learn the things that you want to do and the things that you don't want to do.
Yeah, right.
So I think you can learn both sides of the story.
Exactly. But and that was you were down there for a good 6 months, I guess, right?
The drummer that I was touring with, he asked a girl out, like, to start dating him, like 3 days before we left on the very first tour with Joshua Radin. And we thought we were only going to be gone for 3 weeks, and we left, and 4 months later we ended up getting back home. And luckily he still had this girlfriend, but we had no idea we were going to be gone that long.
Oh, wow.
But it was amazing. We just kept jumping onto another tour, and I think in total it ended up being about 6 months.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was great.
So now, during that tour, did you write your latest hit single that we're playing?
I flew back home to Vancouver for only a couple days, and I ended up writing the track, and it was just kind of this idea. I think I'd seen a movie at some point, and I know a lot of people go through the same thing, where you're after a girl or a guy, but at the same time you're kind of just friends with them and you're doing that whole dance, and then all of a sudden they make a decision that they're going to move away, maybe to go to school or maybe to go to work somewhere else, and that's when you all of a sudden have that light bulb that goes off and goes, darn it anyways, I want you. I don't want you just as a friend, and I want to know you a lot closer
Right.
than I do right now.
And so that's obviously the name of the song, I Want You.
You bet.
And it just been released.
Yep.
And we're featuring it on the River Weekend 20 Countdown, just to
appreciate
give
that.
people a little taste of what the follow-up to Lovin' You Tonight is.
Thank you.
And I know it'll be huge because Lovin' You Tonight was huge, and you know you're a talented guy, and
Thanks.
there's great things going to be happening in your world.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm excited about the song. You know, we finished it not too long ago, and the new music video is going to be coming out in the next few weeks, hopefully on Vivo. And yeah, I look forward to seeing where it goes.
And just on that note too, I remember a good buddy Scott McGregor and myself, we were
Yeah.
commenting on the fact that Lovin' You Tonight, like millions of hits.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
went over 3 million hits on that video.
That is so cool.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, because I didn't watch it that many times. You know, so to have 3 million hits is a lot.
Well, yeah, unless there's a lot of downtime on tours, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just hit repeat, go.
But Scott and I were basically sort of like, you know, we were like big fans going, oh my goodness, look at this, 3 million hits. This is amazing. You know, good for you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Yeah, so anyway, you know, continued success. And you're going to sing the brand new song,
You betcha.
I Want You, here on 107.7 The River.
Absolutely.
And ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Allen.
I don't wanna wait for tomorrow, 'cause tonight I keep playing this over in my mind. I should've kissed you, but I missed. Am I out of time? Because I never thought that you might leave me behind. And I'm hoping that I get one more try. I should've kissed you, but I missed. Am I out of time? 'Cause I never wanna be the one to say, how could I let you slip away? I'm never gonna watch you fall apart. I should have told you from the start. And I'm late, but now I'm running. Please wait for me, I'm coming. Never gonna wait another day. I finally found the words to say, I want you. Oh well, oh well, oh well. I want you. Oh well, oh well, oh well. I want you. 'Cause when you look at me, I know you feel it too. And your eyes keep telling me maybe there's room. You should've kissed me, did you miss that I wanted you? Oh, oh, oh. I never wanna be the one to say, how could I let you slip away? I'm never gonna watch you fall apart. I should have told you from the start. And I'm late, but now I'm running. Please wait for me, I'm coming. Never gonna wait another day. I finally found the words to say, I want you. If you wait for me, I'll finally say what you mean to me. Oh, oh, will you wait for me? 'Cause I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I don't wanna wait for tomorrow, 'cause tonight I keep playing this over in my mind. I should've kissed you, but I missed. Am I out of time? I never wanna be the one to say, how could I let you slip away? Now I'm never gonna watch you fall apart. I should have told you from the start. And I'm late, but now I'm running. Please wait for me, I'm coming. Never gonna wait another day. I finally found the words to say, I want you. I want you. Oh, yeah. I want you. Now I'm never gonna wait another day. I finally found the words to say, I want you.
Andrew Allen, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Woo! Thank you.
Right on.
Do you need
but-
any liners or anything for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you to do it.
Cool.
I know you'll be waiting. I know you'll be waiting.
Yeah! Who is this guy?
And I'll say,
I hate this song.
Say, baby, how's your day? I'll say crazy.
That was rather serendipitous, don't you think?
Funny, yeah.
I'm loving you tonight.